Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do some tiny little Christmas angels with these wooden figures that I found when I was buying the pegs for the tree candles. Now if you missed that video, I'll have a link up here. You can pop over and check out the tree candles that I made. And yeah, today I'm going to do these little figurines. Now I will measure how long they are. They're 1.5 inches or 3.5 centimeters. That's how long they are. They're only tiny, and I thought they were the perfect size for these little angel wings that Nat sent me. Now I've already made 3 with these laces, and I'll show you at the end, but I will go ahead and with you and make 3 more in a different color. See, this here, what I did was just cut off bits of the lace. Like this is a whole width here, but I cut it in half and then used the half width. So you need to pay attention to your little wood figurine, and I usually go just a little bit over so that it hangs over and looks pretty. Alright, so I've picked out a blue, green and purple. I've done a pink, cream and yellow in those colours. Really pretty little set, like 70s style lace trim. So we'll get started. I'll do the blue one first. And I've just got some glue here. Hang on, what glue am I using? I'm using hot glue for the main part of it, and I'm just going to put a little spot down and then connect my lace. Now this one doesn't go right down, so I am going, because I've been putting some glitter on it, I'll go down just a little bit further so that it hangs over the wood part, and I'll cover this top part in some glitter. Right, now as I go around, I'm just going to pleat it just with a spot of hot glue and a little pleat like that, and just put my finger on it until it takes. A little spot behind here and a little spot there, and I'll pleat that again and just hold it till it takes. And do some pleats all the way around, because if some of them are pleated, some of the laces I have aren't pleated as much, so it looks pretty with a full skirt. So whoops, oh gosh, that glue gun is doing all sorts of horrible things. What are you doing that for? Just hold it till it takes. And always start at the back, because you don't want to see any of your joins. This one's quite thick. Okay, one more pleat. And then we'll cut that off. And I'll just put a line of glue down the edge of the lace so that it sticks onto the dress like that. Okay. Just fluff her out. Get all these spider webs off, or glue webs, and then pick a front that looks pretty. I'm just gonna have to put a bit of glue under here. put that in place. And then I'll check out what it looks like. And I'll pick, I might pick that as the front. Okay, we'll put some hot glue on the back and put the wings on. These are tiny, tiny little wings. Now for the, I've got a little halo that I want to put on them. Not necessarily a halo, but a shine. You know, a what you'd call it, a ray of light. And what I've done with the other ones is use a tiny little doily, like a section of a doily. So we'll get a few of them out. Now these are little doilies that, you know, that go in between the bigger ones. When you cut them out, they're in between like this, and you'll clip them out and there'll always be a little one connecting. So that's what they are, and I will pick a couple of them out, I think. I might get a finer one. Look how fine this one is. Isn't it gorgeous? That would have been nice on the front. No. Let me find another little one. I've got my box here. I've got a box with just all sorts of little rounds in it that I've already cut out, and I just want to pick a finer one. Where are you? Well, I hope you're having a good day, and already started getting ready for Christmas. Oh gosh, I can't find one that I'm looking for. Might be in here. I went out shopping with my daughter yesterday. We had fun looking around. Might be in here. This one might look good. So I'm just going to clip it down to the size that I want. You can, all these little doily parts, you can clip them down, they won't unravel, and if they look like they will, just put a little spot of glue on it. Where are you? Okay, so I want that one. I think those three would be good. And I'll just clip down this one. Okay, and then we'll have this one too. I'll just clip off some of the weird points on it. Okay, that'll be our 3 halos. So, which one will I put on this one? I think I'll put this one on. So let's get some glue and just pick a side of the little crochet round that mightn't look straight. Then you can glue it behind the head and hide it. And then I'll put a little bit of glue just in here. Just to hold that in place. Okay. Get all the spider webs off. Now, to hang my little angels, I found a couple of things in my stash. I found these tiny little, and when I bought them I thought they were going to be bigger, but they're tiny little eye pins that you screw in. So I'll get 3 of these out. I'm just using the white ones. You can get them in colours or gold or silver or white. I have no idea what the measurements there. They'd only be probably 3 mils. They're only tiny. And then on to just to dress that screw up, I'm going to get some of these spacers, and they're so pretty. They've got a sparkle like on the edge. If you can see that along the edge of it. So I'll get 3 of them out as well. Now these were ones too that I ordered, and when they came I thought, oh, they're too small, what am I going to do with them? And but you know, you find a use for things, you really do. So what I'm going to do is get an awl with a point on it and find the top of the head and just press it in just a little way. That will start the hole for me. Now I'm going to pick up one of these little eye screws, put in the pliers, get a good hold on it, and pick up this spacer bead and just sit it over, and then put it into the hole that I started and just start to screw. And that will go in really easily. Now if you don't have these eye screws, you could totally just glue some string on, and I'll show you what they look like. They just classy it up a little bit. Okay, and make sure you can see the hole here, make sure you put it so it's this way, like the hole goes through the side, and then it will hang properly. Right, so if you don't have those screws, I would get some of my thread and I would stick it in as I'm sticking in that back piece. Right, now we're up to putting our thread on. They don't take long to do, and they're so cute. And it's a great way of using your vintage laces. They just look really vintage. So we'll just tie that in a knot. And I'll put it on the tree with my other vintage things I've been making. Right, is that? That's not too bad. Right, that is the basics of it. Now to finish it and make it look really pretty, I'm going to bring my glitter in, and this will make all the difference. Now I'm going to put where her dress didn't come up to her neck. Oh gosh, why are you doing that? Okay, go over that way. Where the lace didn't go right up, because I wanted a little bit of overhang, I'm just going to put a bit of glue and some glitter. Just a tiny little amount, and we'll fill that with some glitter. Okay, like that. And I'm going to put just a little glitter spot over this glue here that you can see. Okay. Like this. And then to dress up the rest of it, I'm going to go very, very lightly around the perimeter of the dress, just tapping it with glue. This is just a clear glue. I wouldn't do it with the hot glue because it'll just make too many big lumps. And just go all around the edge, tiny little amounts. and then sit it in the glitter. And look at that. Look at it sparkle. It's so pretty. Now to finish it, I'm going to just fold this string down, and I'm going to put a spot of glue on each point. Did I get at that one? And then put some glitter on those points. And look at her sparkle. She looks so much prettier in real life. So pretty. Alright, I'm going to hang that up while I do the other ones. We've got a few there hanging drying, so we'll put that glitter out of the way and we'll do the other two. Alright, grab your next one. We've got that blue out of the way and that pink. We're going to do a green one. Get the hot glue. Let's put one little spot on there ready to go and glue that on. And then I'm going to pleat this dress too. These are all laces that I found at the Opshops, which is so cool because you can just, you can make them look so pretty. Now I'll just put another spot on there and pleat that. Just hold it until it takes. You only need tiny little spots of glue. And we're back to the start. I think I'll cut that there and finish it off. Put a little line of glue down the edge of the lace and then finish it off. And then have a look at what you've got. You might need to just ruffle some of those spots out that you've made. We'll tuck something in. Oh, I need another glue stick. Like that. Aren't they so cute? They're so cute. Right. Now we will put some wings on. Just decide which section you want to be your front. That looks pretty. I think I'll do that with my front. So I'll put the wings on back here. And what little halo will we put on this one? Yeah, I think we'll put that one up. So this is just this little section of the doily that I cut out. If you didn't have any little sections, you could cut right into a center. That would work. This one's got a flat edge. I probably should have used a different one. That's okay. Right, and then we'll get our awl and put the hanger on. So just push a little hole. Doesn't need to be very big. It's just a start hole to get you started to put this tiny little pin in. And put our spacer bead on. And then screw it down into the wood. Oops. Let's try that again. Open up. Just give it a little push as you twist it, and it'll start to take in the wood then. And then move your pliers up so that it's got more room to go down. That looks good. Just make sure I didn't bung up that hole. No, that's good. Like that. And then we will, what next? Put our hanger on. I'll try to make them all around the same size with the knot, so they hang the same. Alright, cut that off. And then we'll put some glitter on. So bring our glitter back. And our different glue. This is, I think I got this one from Bunnings. It's just a clear craft glue. And we will put some around the neck. You could decorate these however you like. Put some glitter on. You could put something else around the neck too. I'm just putting a little line of glitter, and then I don't need to put anything else on it then. Now I did cut this lace down. It was quite bulky, but I'm going to do the same. I'm just going to line the bottom of the dress. Just with little taps of glue. Like that, and then just pop it in your glitter. Isn't that pretty? It looks so much prettier in person. Alright, and then just watch that glue there. And just pop that over the hanger, and we're going to edge this in glitter to this little halo. So we'll put just a little bit around the outside. Sprinkle some glitter on that. And then hang it up to dry. Aren't they so cute? Oh, they're so cute. I'm not putting any faces on these either. Alright, let's do the last one. Now, I didn't have any purple in my stash that was long enough to go like over the bottom of the wooden part here. So to make it come down further, I've cut another piece of lace that I'll put at the top and do it that way. So I might do the bottom first actually, and then put the top lace on. So I just wanted that little bit of hangover because it looks really pretty. So we'll get two pieces on this one. Now if you had a piece of purple that's long like the others, yeah, just use the one piece, but we'll get it going, and I'll show you how you can add that. Okay, I'm just going to bring, oh gosh, it dried already. Alright, let's put a piece of you on there and glue that on. Alright, and I'm just going to do the same. I'm just going to pleat it, but not at the top of the dress, just down lower. Just tiny little bits of glue. I think one more will do it. that off and just glue it at the back like that. Alright, get all those spider webs off. Oh, they're terrible. And then I will do the second layer. So start at the back again and just put this one on, this white one. Just cut that straight. If I can get at it. There we go. Right, this one was sort of pleated, but I'll just make it look nice and pleated anyway. Bring that one right up to the neck. Oh gosh, stuck to everything. I don't know about you, but my glue gun, it must be getting old because it spews out glue and it's annoying. I've had it for a little while. Alright, I'm just going to cut that off. And then glue that down. Pull all your spider webs off. And if you've got any on the head you don't want to see, you know, I just want to fan this little purple section out. Pick a front. I think I like this bit for the front. Alright, and we'll put the wings on. Oh, more spider webs. Alright, that looks pretty. And what next? We will put her halo on and just look at your little round. See how this section, it looks a little bit uneven down here. Make that the piece that you glue on and it'll look way better. Okay, like that. I just love doing these. It's really not using up because it only takes tiny little scraps, but some of the laces that I found are just gorgeous and it's a great little way to showcase them. Okay, that is my glue gun done. Now we need to put our little screw on. Tiny little round hooks and a tiny little spacer bead. You could use a bigger spacer bead too, just as long as it doesn't go over the hook, or you could put a bit of glue there and put a little start hole with your awl, and that'll just help grab the wood. Give it a little firm press in and turn it, then turn it again, and it'll get it going. Another little turn till it catches and goes right down on that bead, and then make sure you have the eye of it facing, like going that way, and the eye is on the side, and then it will hang properly. I'll just put a little bit more glue behind here. Okay, so I can turn that hot glue off. And then with our last piece of string, we'll thread that up. And then I can show you all of them. Okay, tie a knot. I want it to measure about the same as the other ones. Cut that off. And then let's get our glitter back and finish this off with some glitter. Okay, I'll put a little bit around the neck. We've got 2 layers here, so let's just put a little bit on this layer. Just a little bit. And then some on the edge of the purple. So you'll still see the purple, but you'll have a little bit of glitter on the edge. And dunk it in the glitter. Put a little bit on that second layer. Oh, so pretty. And then fold that forward and do the halo. Just pull it. There we go, that's better. That'll help stiffen up that little crochet round as well. Oh, isn't she gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. Right, I'm going to hang that up. I'm going to let them dry, and then I'll clean up and come back and show you the 6 angels. Okay, here are the 6 little angels that I made. These 3 here I made off camera, and these are the 3 that I made on camera here with you today. Aren't they gorgeous? Let's have a little close-up look at them. They are so pretty. I just love the addition of the glitter on the edge of these little doily pieces as well. It stiffens them up as well, which is good. And here's the little yellow one. So pretty. What a beautiful use of some of those vintage laces that we find from the Opshop. All this was found from the Opshop except the wooden pieces and the little, you know, connectors and things. Aren't they gorgeous? They're just so good. I love the little kicks of frill on that pink one. It's so fun. And then the blue one, just gorgeous. Thank you, Nat, for the little angel wings. That really inspired me to do these. And the green one, and the purple one. They're gorgeous. And look, they're only little. Look at them compared to my fingers. Alright, if you've enjoyed watching these, please give me a like, a thumbs up, and a share, and what else? Subscribe. Leave me a comment below. Tell me what you think of my little angels. And I'm going to go and put them on my Christmas tree. I finally put my Christmas tree up. I put my tree lights on it in the previous episode, and it just gave me a lift. It made me feel like, yep, Christmas is coming and I'm going to enjoy it, whatever. Alright, so you have a great day, and I will see you again soon for a new video. Thanks for watching. Bye.